Okay, welcome to the first All Dressed Up and
Nowhere to go. We've been here, we're wading way through our digital expertise, getting onto our first All Dressed Up, Nowhere to Go show. It's great to be here. As you can imagine, we're broadcasting from home, from my daughter's home. So we've got a studio set up here. We're live. And we're ready to go, even though we're dressed up.
Tell them a little bit about yourself. I know who you are, but maybe you want to tell everyone.
I'm Benny Malone. I'm the artistic director of Wonderbolt Circus. We've been around Newfoundland for about 40 years. We traveled all over the island and across the country. We've do outreach, all kinds of great work. We love being in Newfoundland, but in the last number of years, we've done outreach in Labrador, and we've developed a circus festival. And we've an international circus festival, and that's been run by my daughter.
And I'm Anna Harrio, and we are actually father-daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I run an aerial school here in St. John's, as well as I'm the co-director with Benny of the St. John's International Circus Fest.
And we're actually double bubbling now. We're in Newfoundland, so if you're viewing from outside of Newfoundland, we're in a level 4, I think, of our recent pandemic. So we're actually allowed to pick one family to hang out with. So we obviously chose others, so we're double bubbling, I think.
Double bubbling. And Benny is actually also a clown.
It's true.
And you can imagine growing up for me, having a father as a clown was quite interesting. I have a lot of stories, but I'll just tell one in particular.
Okay, they're all embarrassing, so it doesn't matter.
So imagine being in grade 1 and coming home from school crying because it had been, actually, Benny had come and done a show at the school, and I came home crying. And Mom asked me, "And Harry, why are you crying today? Benny was there, he did a clown show." And I said, because all the kids were laughing at my dad.
Which to me was a good thing, although someone said as a clown, yeah, you can make him laugh, but can you make him cry? So I managed to make my daughter cry.
I think he can do both.
I had success on both levels. But because of the Circus Fest that we've been doing, we've done 2 now in the last 2 years. We've had guests from all over the world. Every year we pick a country.
Yeah, first year we had Ireland. We had Fidget Feet come.
Mm-hmm.
The second year was Finland.
Finland, yeah. We had our friend Paulina Rasanen and her husband Slava from Art Teatro come, and they were great. And we've got plans, of course, every year to have a country.
And we've also had shows from the Seven Fingers come. Mm-hmm. We've partnered with the National Circus School, who brings current students, and then I bring back graduates, which brings me a little bit to kind of the idea of the show.
Yeah.
I moved back from Berlin, and I had lived in Montreal before that, and I loved being back in St. John's, loved being back working with Benny. Mm-hmm. But what I was really missing was being surrounded by more circus. So the idea came about of, let's do a festival to bring more circus to this beautiful island. Yeah. And kind of like with the talk show, I've missed getting dressed up, to be totally fair.
You look fabulous, by the way. Fantastic.
Yeah. Or maybe I just look like this every morning. I just get up and this is what I do during the pandemic. But no, I wanted to also connect with people, and I find that we're doing it virtually. As you can see, it's not super straightforward all the time, so it's a learning curve for us too, how to connect more digitally. Yep. But we really want to do this to, just have a little bit of fun, talk to some of our favorite people from all around the world, which is amazing.
Yeah, the circus world.
The circus world, our circus family. So tonight we have the amazing pleasure to have 3 guests from Quebec, one of my favorite places. Mm-hmm. So we have Tamara and Philippe Trépanier, and they are known as Les Deux de Pique. Mm-hmm. They work a lot in GOP. I myself did some GOPs in Germany.
GOP is in Germany,
In Germany, it's cabarets. A lot of people from Montreal go to Germany and work. Yep. And they also have done palazzos in Vienna. Anyway, they're amazing people. And a little side note, I graduated the circus school with Philip. No, he graduated 1 year after me. But let's just kind of date myself here now. I graduated in 2002. And he graduated, I think, the year after me.
Well, I graduated in 1979, and Harry, from Circus Clown College.
I wasn't born then yet.
Well, that's another story. But we also have, and our first guest, who I'll introduce now, is Samantha Hallis. She's from Winnipeg, but she's traveled the world pursuing her circus career and acquiring her circus skills. She's been to San Francisco and Mongolia, and that's a little tip because a lot of great contortionists come from Mongolia. And now she lives in Montreal. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Samantha Hallis. How are you doing?
Hey, Sam.
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, great. Really good to see you. Could you tell us, like, maybe just a little bit more about yourself? Dad did a pretty good intro, but yeah, just tell us a little more about who you are.
Well, I'm from Winnipeg, so I'm a prairie girl at heart. But yeah, I traveled the world to train circus because there was no circus where I lived. So
Right.
I went to China and San Francisco and Mongolia, and now I live in Montreal.
Did you have
yeah,
a
I just always
favorite
been
place?
trying to
Favorite place that you lived?
make myself a little bendier, more flexible.
Yeah, you look like you're keeping in shape during the pandemic. What was your favorite place to train, Sam?
My favorite place to train, I think it's Montreal, to be honest, because there's just so much variety here of styles.
Yeah.
It can never get boring.
And how are you surviving the pandemic, being locked up, say, in an apartment, or, you know, I guess you're used to a different type training in gyms, but how are you finding it at home?
Well, luckily I can train at home, so I'm finding that I'm really glad that I chose a ground act as a circus.
I bet.
That was a smart move, and I've been teaching a lot online and doing lots of conditioning. But we're also like making glitter cards and sending lots of videos. So baking lots and like everybody in the world right now.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to bake? I personally am loving, like, I'm eating so much and cooking. I've been making crepe and waffles and homemade sushi. I'm just, yeah. So how about you? Do you have anything that you're like loving these days?
Right, yeah. Well, we made cookies out of chickpeas, which I was like, this is just basically baked hummus, but it tastes good. Like, I can't believe it. It has chocolate chips. I mean, that's important,
anything
but...
with chocolate chips. I love it.
Wow. Yeah, Sam, it looks like all your training is going good there in your apartment. I was going to show you a little contortion trick that I know, that I used to do when I was younger, a couple of decades ago. Maybe you can work it into your act. I don't know, but I can't actually do it as well as I used to. But I used to put my arm high in the air like this, bring it around my head. Don't know if you can see me there. Yeah, that's right. And then touch my ear on the other side. I'm obviously not doing it now.
He's not touching now, but I promise you, like, I swear that this is my dad, and I swear that he used to be able to do that trick.
I used to with both arms, but
Wow.
that was in the day.
I'm gonna have to work on that one. It seems like a pretty good, a good trick.
Yeah, and you'll have to show me some of your tricks so I can do my afterlife.
Sam, is there anything that you're like dying to do when you get out? Like me, I can't wait to get my nails done. That sounds so first world. I know it sounds like, but I'm really looking forward to that and just being around.
I think I'm really looking forward to having like hugs with everybody I see. I think I'm gonna hug everyone so much that they're gonna get really uncomfortable.
I know. I can't wait for that moment.
So you're working out. You got any tunes you like to play? Any particular ones you got on your playlist that you have on repeat?
I do. So I felt that this song is kind of like the perfect soundtrack to the quarantine pandemic thing.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear
it. It goes like that.
I love it.
Man, that's fabulous, Sam.
It makes me want to train more.
That's great. We're gonna add that song to our playlist.
Yay! And Sam, we're so excited. Have you ever been to St. John's before?
I have been, and I loved it so much. I never kissed the cod, though, so...
Oh, we can arrange that.
Well, you know what? We'll arrange it, whether it's a 2-meter distance kiss to that cod.
Yeah, the cod is social distancing now.
But we'll find a way.
You can blow the kiss, for sure.
Yeah. But we're really excited to have you here at some point and have you perform and do your magic with us.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us from Montreal.
Thanks, I'm so looking forward to it.
Thanks, Sam. Keep moving. Great to see you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Wow.
Oh, that was
great.
Sam.
That was great.
So just a little note about like virtual is awesome, right? But I'm a big people person.
Yeah.
And most of the people that we've brought here for the festival, say even, or in general for Wonderbolt performances, are people that we've met in person. So I actually was at Circus Sessions, that's run by Holly, Femme de Feu. I was at Circus Sessions last June when we could still travel and gather. And I met Sam. She was doing a collective there, show and after. And then I found out she was from Winnipeg. I'm like, wow, there's not as much circus from Western Canada. You know, it's so concentrated in Montreal. So I met her 2 minutes, and after that I said, you have to come to Newfoundland, you have to come to the festival, and that's how we made that connection.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to gathering again with lots of people at our future festivals.
Yes.
But for now, we have another...
Yay, we have coming to us from Montreal, Tamara and Philip. So...
Oh.
Hello Anna, hello Benny.
Hey,
Hello, Saint
Hi,
John.
Tim.
hey
Hi,
Philip,
Philip.
hey
How
Tamara.
are you?
Tamara, I love your dress.
Yeah, it's stunning. Beautiful,
Looks
beautiful
gorgeous.
dress you have on. Yeah,
Oh my God, thank you.
Whoa,
Whoa, stunning! You're all dressed up!
I love it.
Of course we are.
Of course you are. To match our theme of our incredibly sophisticated show.
Right?
I love your setting too. It's a beautiful, glamorous setting you have
And
there.
how are you guys doing? Where exactly are you? I love the land.
Well, here we are confined in our tiny little yurt.
It's so comfy. It's so comfy.
Yeah, I'm sure it looks nice and cozy. You look kind of close together there for sure.
Yeah, that's good. Who's doing your blocking there? There's a beautiful lamp.
So I was saying that you are known as Les Deux de Pique, but of course Benny, he's not really.
No, I
He's
mean,
not really bilingual. He speaks like a little bit of French, but not quite.
my daughter's bilingual, my grandkids are trilingual, and I'm working on it. But what is Les Deux de Pique?
But les deux de pique is a typical expression from Quebec. Literally, if you translate it in English, it means the two of spades.
Ah,
Okay, like in a game of cards.
okay.
Yeah, exactly. The two of spades. And as we all know, the two of spades is the cheapest card of every or mostly every card game.
Yeah.
It's not an ace. It's
No.
a two of spades. So,
Yeah.
so what does it mean is that we use this expression, être un deux de pique, when someone does something really stupid. So basically when he's doing something idiot or he's a moron. So we proudly named ourselves the morons.
Tomorrow.
I love it. So there.
That's good.
I tried to
Good.
explain it, but your explanation is much better.
Well, you're very glamorous looking morons there tonight.
And I'm also wondering because like I'm here and I have like I'm with my husband and 3 kids and you know it's a lot being in a quarantine and being like confined to your house. But I'm picturing you as well like as a couple and I'm just wondering how you're surviving it. Do you have like any daily routines or like what's it looking like?
Well, you know, we are every day.
We are starting,
What do you mean, you know?
we have so many things. There's,
No, but the other day we
yes.
we cleaned the.
Also, I remember there's,
But you know, some
the-
things.
the same thing as you do, you
Yeah.
know, like.
No, it's a busy schedule. I find it hard to even schedule a Zoom. You know, it's just like I'm usually late for my own Zoom in my own house. I totally get it. It's a lot going on, right? So I'm so
And
glad that you could.
Next question, please.
Oh yeah.
So our next question is a pandemic-related question. What are you doing to survive it daily? And what's the first thing you really look forward to doing after this lockdown, when you can get out into the open world again?
I will go get waxed.
Wax?
Like leg wax, or we don't have to get into detail, but I totally get it. I totally get it.
Of course, me too.
You and me, la totale, chérie.
I love it. I see
So
there's gonna be lineups for the lineups are gonna be so big.
It's hard to social distance when you're waxing, though, isn't it? A physical way is tricky.
Well, you know, they're gonna find methods. They're gonna find ways, right?
It's harder with the 2 meter. I'm not gonna take a class on this.
And do you have like a best thing about being together all the time? Like, especially now where you just can't get away, and the worst? Like, what's the best and the worst of what you're living right now?
It's being together.
Both.
Exactly. It's so great.
All the day, all the night.
Yeah, we cook together.
Always,
C'est magnifique.
So you always do on fire. You're always creating. We can tell that just from talking to you for like 5 minutes. So have you been coming up with any new acts? Have you developed any new routines? I imagine just making breakfast would be a routine with you guys.
Well, we're having a lot of fun. That's for sure. We prepared a little video for you guys that after this interview you can share with the audience.
Oh, fantastic!
So they could see what we do.
That will give you a little insight of our daily routine.
Yeah.
But don't worry, everything is fine. When we go out, we take our protection.
Yes, we do. We order masks because it's super hard to get masks right now.
Yep.
But we order.
I can only imagine.
They just arrived, and now we feel safe when we go outside.
Yeah, it's very safe because it's full face,
This is perfect. I think there should be more masks.
No one
like
will
that.
approach you.
I wouldn't come
That
here.
is a look. That's a scary look, guys. Oh my God, is that George Clooney and Brad Pitt? Wow,
I love it.
you look better than the originals.
I think you should copyright those for sure. I'll have 5 of each.
Wow. Have you guys ever been to Newfoundland?
No, we haven't been to Newfoundland yet, so we are very excited to come.
Okay.
We can't wait to have you here.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can either do a road trip or fly down. We'll.
Or hitchhike.
Anyway,
It's like-
we'll be so happy.
Swim. Start now.
Man,
I
you're
bet
so
a good
glad.
swimmer.
You look like very glamorous A-list people.
So should we check out your video? Did you have anything else that you want, anything amazing you want to share with us before we see your video? Any last words of wisdom?
We're gonna get through this one clown at a time.
One clown at a time. I like that. That's the best way to do it, I think.
Hashtag get through this one clown at a time. I like it.
Yeah. We'll clown our way through it, is my expression.
Thank you so much for having us here. It was really a blast to see you, and we hope we see again soon.
Yeah.
We can't wait.
And we can't wait for you to come down, be part of our festival, and we're really looking forward. We've committed to doing this festival in September, and you guys are going to be such a great addition to it. We're looking forward to seeing you guys.
Thank you. You're gonna make me blush.
And bring Angelina Jolie with you, will you?
If you have time.
Okay, great guys. So let's see our videos.
Choose.
Yeah, love to see the
Bye.
video.
Cheers,
Ciao.
St. John's.
Take care.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag cirque au balcon.
a bad place though. If you had to be like stuck in a quarantine and be stuck with people like Tam and Phil, I think it would be pretty fun.
You can see why we had to invite them down to our festival. So listen, that's our first All Dressed Up.
Yeah, that was it. They're short and sweet, kind of the way that we like things these days,
Just
being on screen so much.
Just a little glimpse of how people are getting through the pandemic and how Circus Circus is surviving. We are in our bubble.
We are in a bubble, but we did want to thank people who made this possible. So we have amazing techs like Steph and Marco, and our whole Wonderbolt team has been amazing always, but especially through this pandemic. It's really brought us even closer together, I would say.
Yep.
And to our guests who joined us, we're really thankful to have such beautiful people to chat with.
Yep.
So join us next time. We'll keep checking in on Facebook. We'll let you know
we
when
have
the
the
next
amazing
one is.
Corinne Hagland,
Yay,
who's
Corinne.
been here and worked with Wonderbolt before, and the incredible.
She actually, Corinne actually hosted a cabaret, and she hosted the National Circus School show.
Yep.
So she's
So maybe she'll host a movie to guests.
maybe.
Yeah.
And our other guest with Corinne will be Patrick Leonard from the Seven Fingers. He has also been to our festival twice with his solo show Patinoire.
Yep.
And he said, try to keep me away. I'll be here
Yeah,
whenever I
the bell's
can.
on.
So you never know when we're going to see Pat next, but you will see him next time joining us on this talk show.
So we'll see you on the next edition of All Dressed Up, and
Absolutely nowhere to go, so there's no excuse for
come
you
here.
to not join us. In the meantime, stay safe, stay in your bubble or your double bubble,
Yep.
and keep having fun and smiling.
see you everyone.
Ciao.
Take care.